What is stress? Stress is one of the most uncomfortable feeling in the modern world. Stress is often used with other terms like anxiety, fear and worry. People often confuse the word stress as a result of anxiety, fear and worry, but all these feelings have different emotional outlets. Stress means a negative, uncomfortable mental feeling of not being able to cope with the challenges that one faces. If we understand each emotion individually, we can sort them better. Difference between fear, anxiety, and worry. A limited amount of fear is necessary for a known threat. It's used as a survival instinct, a trait, whereas anxiety occurs when there is excessive or irrational fear that becomes out of control and thus affects the quality of life and makes for the sufferer to avoid what they want to do. Stress management hence become crucial to reduce anxiety. Stress and worry go hand in hand. If we face our fears head-on, we can make it less intense and cope with it much better. Worry is more like repetitive and compulsive thoughts. Fear is our instinctive reaction to a known threat. Anxiety is an irrational, excessive amount of fear. Sometimes it's caused by a drug reaction. All these uneasy feelings of anxiety and stress stimulate stress. Stress is also a great teacher. It teaches us that something is not right. Stress teaches us to change our approach to cope with the situation in a better way. With the situation, knowing about these uneasy feelings is a good sign, and it helps us to change the circumstances that come in our life. We make a good use of stress instead of avoiding it. We make a good use of stress in response towards high-pressure situation. We can control and face the stress by learning the coping strategies with the time, and can transcend it, instead of getting overwhelmed and stuck by the wave of stress. How stress affects our health. Stress is very bad for a human body. High stress is the major cause of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and cancer-related diseases. It affects our central nervous system more than anything else. However, stress is not our enemy. By not properly addressing the issue or unable to cope with emotions, this makes us vulnerable to anxiety and panic attacks. Getting stressed from being stressed causes more suffering. We can adopt some life-changing ways to make stress less stressful. Powerful popular belief is that if you have to avoid the stress at all cost, but this is not true. Stress is a normal reaction to a particular situation. We should not fear it, instead face it so that we can live a happy and healthy life. Physiology of stress. Physical reaction to stress is extremely powerful. Causes biological changes in our body with these two chemical steroid hormones, cortisol, and neurotransmitter noradrenaline. These two chemicals sends the signal through our nervous system as a chemical messenger. Adrenaline is the fight or flight chemical hormone that is responsible for our fast reaction whenever we face a threat. For example, a lion suddenly appears and you become shocked, afraid either to run back or stay there to fight it off. Noradrenaline causes the body to be vigilant. It increases blood pressure, boosts energy, increases the heart rate. Cortisol is a stress hormone that works more slowly than noradrenaline. It produces glucose, which gives us energy, increases the brain's ability to use glucose, allowing us to think more quickly, and regulates our body and brain, and helps us to recover from stress. Both these chemicals, noradrenaline and cortisol, are essential for our survival. Both plays important roles in our response towards stress. They must be balanced. If one of the chemical is high and other is low, that can lead to imbalances that can be bad for our health. Managing our stress by learning to cope protects our physical and mental health. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for more health-related videos.